exorcist thing, I'm sure. Yep, spin his head all the way around. Okay. Yeah, look at the detail on the hair.
To allow her to, like, kick people in the face. Nezuko! Nezuko! Ah! Hello once again, audience. It is I, Dan here, aka A4 Sky, and another video on the A4 Sky Dort channel with action figure reviews. Here we go. McFarlane Toys, My Hero Academia. Do I have a year on here for when this released? Come on, help me out. Help me out here. These are much older though. Nope, I'm not seeing any year on here. Oh, 2020. Okay, so yeah, these are from 2020. I picked these up, or picked this up. How long ago did I pick this up? Bought this, I think 2022, 2021, around there. I noticed because that's when I started watching the My Hero Academia. I got really big into it. But okay, so these characters on the back I do not have. Those are three that I don't have from the McFarlane Toys My Hero Academia line. But I'm going to take these out and do my review on them. Ow. Ouch. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Ugh. I gotta put this before all the other stuff. We have Midoriya and Bakugo, right? Bakugo? Bakugo, not Byakugo. Bakugo. I'm combining two different anime franchises. Alright, here we go. Pull these out. Alright, let's have to get these stands out. And, wow. Ooh, oh, they don't have the names on there? That would have been cool if they had the names for each one. The Zuku Midoriya and Katsuki Bakugo. So, oh, whoa. I'm ripping in the, wait, hold on. What is this? Oh, that's a whole piece. Gotcha. I was like, what is this I'm pulling? Am I opening the wrong thing? Okay, so yeah. Here's the two little stands. My Hero Academia on there. A little closer look. There we go. I think these are the first two that were released from McFarlane Toys. I'm guessing. Yeah, we'll get the hands out. Oh, come on. One, two. There's Midoriya's. Separate hands, and then we have Bakugo's. Oh no, wait, nope, never mind. Those are Bakugo's. Wow. Whoop, there's Midoriya's. Have them as fists. Okay, so we're gonna show the hands first before I get into the hour it's gonna take me to take those out. I don't know. These always get, I notice a lot of action figures get wrapped up really well. These are really hard to show. Hold on. Let's do this. Come on. There's the hand. Huh. There we go. Okay, so that's the fist. The other one's the exact same. And then we have Bakugo's hands there, open, kind of closed but open, like almost a tiger claw type hand grip there. All right, so these out, I'm gonna go get some scissors. Well, right out of the box, Midoriya broke. A piece of them, a piece of the effects broke off. I'm trying to figure out what part. I think it was this piece. That looks like it broke off of there. Yeah, I think that's where it broke off from. I don't know. I can't figure it out. But yeah, this fell off. I heard it fall onto the table, and I was like, what just fell? And I looked down, found it. It's very thin effects. Like, the effects are super small, so very easy to break. So be careful if you do pick these up at wherever you buy things. Be very careful because it falls apart very easy. Yeah, it's this little piece here was connected to something, looks like. Probably that part. Anyway, I mean, the effect looks great. I don't really need the effect. It's not something that's that important to me. I'm actually just gonna take that whole effect off of him. I don't like it. Wait, is that attached to him? I can't tell if it's attached to his arm. It is. It's actually a part of his arm. Cool. Never mind, another complaint. Okay, well, you got Midoriya out. I was actually just playing around with this for like 10 minutes. After I unraveled this, I tried to figure out how to get it to look right back on his hand. There. Oh, yeah, that actually looks a lot better. There we go. But yeah, I still don't know where that piece broke off. It is very flimsy plastic here. So, let's see. I don't like that it's actually attached. They have it attached to the elbows. Here, it's attached to that elbow. And here, it's attached. Where is it attached? To this elbow here on the right arm. Not a fan of that it's a part of them, the effect. I'd rather it be something that you place on there, like how Marvel Legends does with their things, so that way you can pose them with or without. You don't have to worry about damaging the action figure. But if these were the first ones, that'd be a learning curve for them. He's a lot taller than I thought. Wow. It's very good size. Let's see. So we're going to do... I got Bakugo out too. As you can see, his hand fell off. So it's very easy to switch out the... Oh my gosh, I do not like how thin that is. It's very easy to switch out the arms, but look how thin his elbow there is. I'm going to put his hand back on, and we'll see how easy it is to pop these on and off. And then I'm going to go through, I'm going to review Midoriya first. And it didn't even pop on there. I'm going to show Midoriya first, and then full articulation and all that. Sadly, there's going to be a lot of restriction with the elbows from the design of the effects. But I want to show the detail of Midoriya first. He got his little mask there, leaning over the back of him. Very detailed, just like in the anime. I mean, visually, like, these are awesome. Like, this is visually fantastic. Looks like it's right out of the anime. Let's see. So, is there any... Oh, there's a little bit of waist turn. There's a little bit of hip movement in here, but the ab crunch is up a little taller. There's not a lot of ab crunch there, as you can, oops, sorry, I'm moving his head. As you can see, not a large amount, but it allows more movement with the torso part. This is very restricted. I could only by hand. I don't think it stays in place for the waist. We got that. We have his head. Look at the detail, the coloration in detail in his hair. Then we have the arms, which are thicker than Bakugo's, or Bakuga. I keep calling him Bakugo. Bakuga. It's been 2 years since I've watched the show, so, or a year. I finished up last year with the last season, or the last of the episodes. So it's hard to remember a lot of the names at this point, because I'm watching like 5 other shows right now, and I still can't remember the names of many of the characters in those shows. Okay, whoa, I don't know what's going on. It's dark in here, even though I have all the lights on. Usually it's brighter in here, but it is a cloudy day out there. It rained a little bit. Anyway, so we're gonna go with the, oh, yep, that already came apart. The right arm there is giving issues. Let's see. We have Reginald making a lot of noise in a box. Real quick before I continue on with the, whoa, okay, the phone's not sitting up there correct at all. Before I continue on with this review, I'm not really feeling doing a review today, so I do apologize if it's my worst review I've done. I am going to try though, because I want to get this up. I want to get this out of the way so I can move on to other action figure reviews every week, and I did promise I'd do this one this week. So, yeah. Okay, so let's continue on after the disclaimer. So yeah, I don't know if I want to move his arm. Like, I'm afraid I'm going to break him. Like, oh, there, oh, yeah. And because I played with this, I don't remember how it's supposed to sit on his arm. I'm trying, everyone. Yeah, that's disappointing that that's a part of him. Instead of it being optional, wrap around the arm. So anyway, let's show, and that does like greatly. I'm so afraid to break it. I really am. I'm so afraid to break this, because if this little piece here snapped off, just me pulling it out of the box, I'm gonna easily damage it, which does, that definitely does take away points from my rating system, or with my rating system on these. Bad design idea that was. Okay, so we got the arm. The arms can bend out all the way. We got the double jointed elbow. I think all McFarlane toys have double jointed elbows and knees. So you have those, at least the anime ones. I don't know about the DC ones. I haven't pulled any of them out of their boxes. Come on. There we go. Oh, there we go. That actually sets a lot better on them. Oh, yeah, that looks cooler. Okay. Anyway, you got a lot of articulation in the wrist there. So that's good. A lot of movement. And does it turn? Yep. So that obviously spins all the way around. Let's see. I mean, I do love the detailing on these. Let's see here. So we got his head movement. I actually got distracted when I was showing his head, but it's restricted from this on here, the mask. Yeah, it's about how far and then the hair gets in the way, hitting the mask thing. So that's how far down, not far up. So he's pretty stationary like that. The head, now we're gonna go into the legs. There's obviously gonna be restriction from the parts of the belt there. I can't think of what these are called at the moment. But a lot of movement with the legs, even though there's restrictions. But Midoriya isn't known for splits really, so that's not a big thing there. You have the double jointed knee here. Here we go. Woo! With both of them, both legs. Oh. Whoa. Okay. Be careful there. So we have him. Let's pose him. So he's flying through the air. He just jumped. Anyway, you gotta have a little fun with them, right? But yeah, no, these move very freely. These are very free moving joints. So that's good. They're pretty solid too. The piece that holds the knees together, that's pretty thick. So I don't think you have to worry much with that breaking. Now let's go to the boots. Look how detailed those are. There's laces and like, I really like that, the shading on them. You even have like the stitching. If I could get the focus in, please. Come on, phone. There we go. You even see the stitching along there. The individual stitches, the little dots on there. There we go. That's how the feet move. Oh, we even got the toe joint. I do love toe joints on action figures because it gives more flexibility to the leg placement. There we go. And it gives more stability to when you're posing them. But yeah, these move all the way around. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's Midoriya. Then we're gonna go to Bakugo now. I'm gonna give the ratings after I show both off. Going to Bakugo, he's bulky in the arms. I don't like how thin that plastic is. I feel like it's gonna rip right off. And it actually is pretty loose in that elbow joint there. They did try to make, I'm surprised his arms are so much smaller than, I don't remember Bakugo having paper thin elbows, you know? I don't remember those arms being that small. I think they messed him up. Yeah, he looks like crazy skinny. I don't remember his, oh, there's not even a cartoon picture on the box. Great, for me to compare. But yeah, they have hit his arms way undersized, it looks. Or not way undersized, but enough that it's like, he's like paper thin almost. Like he's gonna break apart. Let's look at the design on his head there. Part of his headgear for his superhero costume. That's cool. The holes actually go in on these. There are indentations. I can't tell quite how far, but enough that it adds that effect. Let's see. He definitely has more movement with his head because I could fully spin around. Nothing's really restricting a lot of that movement there. So that's good. But yeah, with these elbows, that's gonna take some points away. His arms and elbows. Like, I don't remember these being that overly sized. Like, I feel like they messed up his dimensions. That's the word. There we go. I got the word. took me several seconds. I don't think they got his dimensions quite right on these very frail. I'm gonna keep griping on that. Sorry. Yeah, that's definitely taking points away. But yeah, you have the cool effects on there. I mean, I do like that. I do like the cool blast effects here. There's not a lot of movement for the hands, though, which is a little disappointing. There's not enough room to move the hand to where the blast is coming straight out of it. Like, I want it so, like, his hands are straight out. This one's closer on this side. On the right side, it's closer to being how I would like both of them to be in my, feel like that would add to it instead of them just kind of like being like this. Now you're restricting posability. I guess that's the closest I could get if I twist his hand like that. It's not too bad then. All right, okay. It's not going to take away too much. But yeah, these are bulky. These are very bulky. That's the heaviest part. If I took his arms off, these two parts here probably weigh more than the whole action figure itself. But so we have the shoulders. Oh, okay, that moves independently here. Nice. So you got that rotation with the bicep tricep area. You have the shoulder. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, oop. I was off camera. Sorry when I did that. I was too busy looking at the action figure, not paying attention to where I was on the camera there. But yeah, so you got his arm, his shoulders going out. Oh, yeah, I didn't show that on. Oh, see, you could see how that's about to rip right off. So you got to be very careful with that. Not a fan of that, but if you bend them in, they're not too bad. Bend them in a little bit. It gives a little extra stability. I do really like these effects, but they're attached to the hands. Let's actually pull these hands off. Get these blast effects. They come off very easy. Yes, I like that. Okay, so we're going to put his actual hands in there because these blast effects are really interfering with the articulation and stuff that I'm trying to show. Let's see. Ooh, that's cool. I just noticed something that I could show once I get his hands on. Okay, there we go. There's one. There's the other. Oh, come on. Why can't I get this one on there? The left one's giving trouble. And as I said, I'm afraid to rip his arm off with how flimsy it is. Okay, there we go. So his hands are in there now. Got his hands there. They're pretty restricted as to how they can move, but I took that extra weight off of there. So now I'm not as concerned with this arm falling off. But yeah, now I can move the arms a little more, get them moved in. I'm gonna get you, Midoriya. I can't do his voice. I tried. It was a failure. But yeah, he's got a lot of ab crunch here. Look at that. Look at his articulation. He's got a lot of articulation. Wait, does Midoriya move center? No. Oh, maybe. Actually, yeah, that does kind of move more. Yep, okay, that moves more than I thought. We're going back to Midoriya here. Because I just noticed thanks to my second favorite character from the show, his character development, the character development of Bakugo. I can't even remember his name. Like, I have to look over every time because I want to say Bakugo. Because Bakugo Kuchiki from Bleach. Different franchise is okay. One's 20 years older than the other. Anyway, a minimum of 20 years older. I actually don't know when Bleach originally came out. Anyway, yeah, the nice details on the legs. A lot of movement there. Whoa, okay. His leg's not restricted by anything from moving all the way up. Let's move that out. Can he do that with both? He could almost do it with both. If I push it, and it keeps wanting to. So with the right leg easily stays up. The left leg wants to fall back down. Oh, nope, it's staying. Okay, good. Now it's staying. I guess maybe can't have both up at the... Yep, can't have both up at the same time. As you saw, the leg fell when I brought the other one up. So, yeah, you got that. You got the double jointed legs. Or knees. Double jointed knees there. Oh, there we go. Nice. Because how his boot design is, the feet point down a little more, and it looks a part of it instead of the whole boot moving down with them. These are obviously more like shoes, even though they are boots. But I like that maneuverability on there. I'm surprised they didn't add that in with Midoriya, but that's okay. That doesn't take away anything from me. Let's see here. So that's about it. The foot moves all the way around. The feet move all the way around. Okay, so now we got those. Now I got to do the spin around part, but I'm going to do it with both of them. But I do love this ab crunch. He's got a really good ab crunch there. And then, like, I really love that movement in the core. All right, so let's set these up. Let's do my spin around. And let's see if I come up with some cool poses. Before that, though, real quick, there is only one peg on the feet, so you could only put the displays on one foot, so you don't have an option of choosing left or right. You're only choosing the right foot for that. For both of them, what is it? Yeah, they're both only on the right foot. So there's Bakugo there. Okay.
Bakugo, I don't want to fight you. Oh yeah? Really? I'm gonna kick your butt, twerp. Just like old days. Let's go. No, Bakugo, stop. We're friends. We're best friends.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna give both the same rating. Their detail and articulation. Bakugo more so has the articulation without any restrictions on them. They're very, very posable. I mean, their articulation is actually really, really good on both. Even though the arms are restricted on Midoriya because of the effect pieces that are on there. That does restrict a little bit. So that does take some points away for articulation. So I'd say Bakugo has a 10 out of 10 for articulation. Midoriya has a 9.5 out of 10 for articulation. The detail, though, and the image, like how they look, I give them 10 out of 10 for detail. McFarlane Toys is always really good with the visual aesthetics, like how pleasing they are to the eyes, how much they represent the character from either a comic or from an anime. So they look great. They're visually appealing. there's some gripes I had with Bakugo's elbows, even though he does have great articulation. Those take about half a point away for me. So technically, Bakugo and Midoriya, they're both, they have their goods and bads, and they both kind of balance out to be. Danpool, take it away.
No, not a 9 out of 10.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. That's what I have to give them, a 9 out of 10. Thank you, Danpool, for that. Yeah, that's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like. I don't know if I'm going to go into the Jada Toys Street Fighter action figures for next week. Let me know in the comments below. Definitely let me know if you'd rather have that or more of the My Hero Academia line from McFarlane Toys. I'm pretty sure these were the first of that line. That's why they're lacking in certain areas. Anyway, and if you're not subscribed already, make sure to subscribe. I hope you have a nice day, morning, evening, night, afternoon, and we'll see you in the next video. Boop. Make sure to, right here, watch this video. Ooh, check the video. Look at that. Look at that video. That is a wonderful video. I think you should check it out. Subscribe. You can subscribe too. Oh, for more videos? Yeah, that'd be great. I'd much appreciate it.